Obviously, I'm still trying to perfect everything, perfect the prayer, the wudu, the recitation, everything, slowly, bit by bit, even my foundational knowledge of Islam, which after this retreat is a lot stronger than it was before. SubhanAllah. This retreat has been amazing. This retreat has or an absolute gift from Allah to go on this experience, honestly. I'm 25 years old. I'm from Caerphilly, South Wales. I converted to Islam the 25th of October 2019, just after the Jummah prayer at Dalur Isra in Cardiff, South Wales. Basically, I got to when I was doing my GCSEs in about year 10 or 11. So this is about 2011, 2012 when I left school. And we're in an RE lesson. And we're learning about, preparing for our exams. And they're teaching you about Christianity, Judaism, a little bit of Hinduism. And we literally had like one slideshow on Islam, I guess just as like a tick box exercise for the government, Anyway, so we're writing down off the screen, okay, so it's Islam, it's Abrahamic, strictly monotheistic, similar to Christianity and founded by Prophet Muhammad from Mecca, okay, and just went from there. So I went home and I started Googling about Islam, like, oh, what's this about? I like to learn,
Okay.
So I started learning about Islamic history, culture, what's this black cube building, the Kaaba? What's this city, Mecca? What's Medina? What's this? What are these huge mosques? They're beautiful. I learned about the history and all about Islam, and I kept doing it. I eventually left school. One of my first jobs was working in a Sky call centre in South Cardiff. Very multicultural kind of place. First day on my training team, walk into the training room, and there's everyone there. And then in the corner, there's a Niqabi sister. And then as we're going through the training, I noticed that she's been sort of left out of the conversations. No one's really talking to her. So I made a point of getting her involved in the conversations and the training. And from there, she would sit next to me on the phones and in the training, and we just talk about Islam. Like I'd ask her about what's this, tell me more about the Prophet Muhammad, tell me more about Islam, and then she would ask me, tell me more about British culture, tell me more about why do you celebrate Christmas, what's Halloween, where does that come from, stuff like that. And we're just going about that. And then one day she goes to me, I can see you're really liking to learn about Islam. If I bring you in a Quran, would you read it? Yes, I would. So the next day she brings me in the Quran. I go home and I read it. And I'm reading it. I'm like, oh, okay, this makes sense. Oh, that's why I believe in that. That's where that's come from. And I'm reading it, and it's beginning to... I'm beginning to like it even more, I start getting a feeling inside me. And it just keeps getting stronger, so I'm reading it. I'm sort of being convinced a little bit by it. It's like, okay, this is making a lot of sense. I didn't expect this to happen. Making a lot of sense. So, it seems like a good way of life. It makes sense to me. Start thinking, maybe it's the truth, Life gets in the way. I eventually leave that job. You know how life can be. Got my first girlfriend. Worked at other jobs. Life got in the way, and the Quran was just left on the shelf for a while. And then that relationship ended, and I was cleaning my room, and I found the Quran on the top shelf, and I started reading it again. Same things before. I started reading it again. It's all making sense to me. There's like a natural draw. There's like a nice feeling inside me when I'm reading it. A pull towards it almost. And then I start asking my Muslim friends again more questions, and they eventually go to me, you need to go to a mosque, you need to meet an imam. So I go to a mosque. I'm absolutely terrified the first time, truthfully. I was worried there would be like what you see in the media, like really hardcore, really strict, really straight away, and they'd be like, you have to become Muslim, your family are evil, you have to convert them instantly, stuff like that. I was genuinely terrified. I was shaking as I was sitting in the car outside the mosque, waiting to go in. I eventually plucked up the courage to go in, though. It wasn't like that when I went in. Everyone was so nice. The imam was so kind and nice. He was like, showed me around, like, this is the prayer niche. This is where he delivers the Friday sermon. These are the rows where everyone sits and stands and prostrates, and bows. And I think we must have gone between Maghrib and Isha doing our chat. because eventually brothers start piling in, you know, for I think the Isha prayer. And they're doing a double take when they see me. They must have thought I was from the council or something, checking the fire doors, it was not blocked, you know, something like that. And eventually they'll all just come up to me and they're all like, oh, pleasure to meet you, pleasure to meet you. They've only known me like 10 seconds, already shaking my hand, you know. They're all just being nice, and it's a nice energy and it's a nice atmosphere. Anyway, so it's time to pray. The Imam goes, here's a folding chair, sit at the back and just watch this. And prayer starts. They bow, and then they go into prostration, and every single hair on my arms stood up. And that feeling I told you when I was reading the Quran, that come back 1,000 times more intense. It's like a really loving feeling. I've never been able to fully describe it. Some people say they've had it as well, like other reverts who can sort of say they've had a similar thing. I can't fully describe it. And at this point, I'm pretty much convinced I need to become Muslim, but I'm still so a little bit scared, really. Silly of me. So I say I'm not ready just yet. And then I sent a message to Darul Isra in Cardiff, saying I want to learn more about Islam. You know, find another mosque. You know, what's this mosque like? And I met Tan from the mosque. He answered all my questions. Poor guy. Like I must have had like dozens and dozens of questions. Like, if I convert to Islam, what will I have to change about me straight away? Apart from obviously like the no drinking alcohol and the pork and stuff like that. That was already obvious, and I didn't really do that much stuff anyway of that, so that was easy. But you know, it's really silly questions like, am I going to have to change my name? Am I going to have to become circumcised tomorrow? You know, am I going to have to like move out of the house? You know, stuff like that. Just very silly questions. He's like, no, he put me completely at ease, and then I started attending the mosque to go to the new Muslim meetings. Bismillah. They usually say leave the best to last. I don't know if that's going to apply right now. Yeah, of course. Hearing from Martin and Tan about what this weekend is, it's been that and more, honestly. I come here with the intention to learn a better foundation of my religion. Understand where I'm lacking and where I need to improve. And I've done that and more. Meeting all the brothers, like as I keep saying, where I live, there's not many Muslims. There's not many at all. The majority are in this room right now, probably. So to meet a group of brothers like this, I don't know if you can hear my voice, I'm a bit emotional, but thank you to Aira and for all of you for your time, for running a course like this. And to everyone in this room, may Allah bless you, your families, and give your journey ease. And it's also given me an appreciation for my family, because obviously all our journeys are different. The hardships we've gone through since becoming Muslim, and how easy I've had it comparatively to some of you. SubhanAllah. So seeing white people who've become Muslim, they're just like me, some a bit older, some more similar to my age, and they've all had similar experiences. And that convinced me even more. And on the 25th of October, 2019, just after the Jummah prayer, I took my Shahada.